Hi guys, Mighty Mr. Mustache here, the mightiest mustache in the universe as always, and I'm here reviewing the first major patch for Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm a little excited about this one, I have to say, because it's proving that Ubisoft and the developer are listening to the community very closely. Almost everything that I mentioned was an issue with the game in my Let's Play and in my review has been addressed in this patch. Either completely addressed exactly what we expected, or at least to some extent, and fixed to a degree that they thought was what the game needed. I'm not going to waste a half hour of your time going through every single note in the patch. Some of it only applies to PC. I play on PlayStation. It's available online to read if you're that big a nerd. I am. I love to read this stuff, but I'm not going to impose that on my listeners. So the big three things is you can turn the radio off by default and have it stay off. That's kind of neat. The radio's funny. It's kind of neat, but it gets old fast. Some missions, four missions that were having problems. Gold Rush, Sueños Proposition, Sandoval's Dead Body, and El Cerebro or have been fixed according to whatever the problems were. I haven't gotten to that point in the game yet. I really don't know what the problem was. They fixed a farming exploit, an XP farming exploit related to the Rebellion Rising mission. Apparently, whatever that exploit was, again, I don't know what it was, has been fixed. And now the following missions are replayable. El Cerebro, boss missions, Sandoval Confession, and Western Cocaine Cache can now be replayed. Apparently, NPCs exit the vehicle properly and stop the convoy missions. Okay, so the first thing is you can turn the radio off. The second thing is if you are on higher difficulty and you have your HUD turned off, you used to lose everything, and by everything I mean everything. Button prompts, anything that showed up on screen to tell you what you were choosing would disappear. Now, not everything is back, but I'm going to read it directly. We implemented various fixes and tweaks related to trophy and weapons pack unlocking. We also fixed an issue for players who love to play with the HUD completely hidden. They will now be able to select the type of intel they want to collect when they interact with files or NPCs. So now you can select what type of intel. If you know the game or when you get a chance to play it, you'll see a little three-choice wheel when you capture someone with intel, or when you find intel sitting around. This little three-choice wheel will show up. Do you want a blue thing, a yellow thing, a green thing? Side missions, collectibles, or resources, and it shows out where they all are on the map. With your HUD turned off, you wouldn't see that, and you would just, I guess, have to guess what you were choosing, and that didn't make any sense. The other thing, and very important, if you watched my co-op video yesterday, you'll know that I had a very difficult time creating a character. Creating a secondary character so what's called the character Smith shows that the one you're choosing isn't positioned properly and is hidden behind the menu. And it says here, we also fixed an issue related to the character Smith model not being positioned correctly. Hooray! That means when later this evening I start my solo Let's Play, I should be able to create my character in the stream or in the video and have it actually work. There were some co-op things, paint jobs, rebel radio explosion not synchronizing. Very simple things. All the rest of it was minor tweaks and things like that. I'm not going to waste your time too much with all of these. One other thing, a big one. When you use the summon vehicle ability, which is a ability you can get in the game where you can have a vehicle dropped off near your location to drive, a problem was you started with a car or some sort of vehicle. Then you got an armored truck with a minigun on top, and then the top level brings you in a helicopter. Well, you don't always want a helicopter. You don't always want this. You don't always want that. But you weren't able to choose. Once you had leveled it up to helicopter, that's what you always got. Now they've changed that. They have been listening to our complaint or our suggestion that you be allowed to choose whichever one you've unlocked. So if I just want the armored vehicle to go down the road after a convoy, I don't automatically get the helicopter. Outstanding work on behalf of the developers and the and Ubisoft. There you go. I'm going to call it there. If you're really interested in the nitty-gritty details of every single tiny tweak, go ahead and take a look. It's up online. I'll post a link to it at the bottom of this video or in the description. And other than that, hey, have a great day. Have some great gaming.